Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I finally got the 2008 Death Star. This set, I've always wanted this set as it's really big and it has a lot of things from the movie. It has dioramas from both of the movies, both Death Stars, so it's really cool. It has a lot of movable things and a lot of rooms, which I really like. And it even has an elevator in the middle, which is really cool as I really like Lego elevators. But now let me show you how it got to this stage. When I got the Death Star, it was missing a lot of parts and was really dirty, as you can see in the Emperor's throne room. The cannons were in decent condition, but just had a lot of dust on them. Downstairs was missing quite a lot of parts. The shield reactor was missing a couple of parts, and the trash compactor really wasn't missing anything except just one broken brown piece. The conference room, don't even get me started on that. Moving on, we had the jail cell, which really didn't have the parts in the correct places, and it was really dusty. The top of the Death Star was missing an entire wall and the roof, while the hangar had the wrong TIE fighter in it, and below the hangar, the elevator wasn't even working correctly. Upstairs was just a horrible mess, as you were missing an entire driving section. The conference room, it was just horrible as a lot of parts were missing, and it was really, really dusty. The Death Star laser wasn't even in the correct place, and it was missing an entire floor. As you can see with the conference room, as we get closer, it was missing chairs, and the entire table was missing. And you can also see that the jail cell was really messed up. But at least it still had a nice little hallway in it. Now, if we take a closer look at the trash compactor, it's missing a little bit of parts, just the rubbish and all stuff like that. The cannons did have some random 2x4s next to them, but that's fine, I guess. Free bricks. The Emperor's throne room was missing some parts, but it's obviously doable. The part downstairs where Luke and Leia jumped was missing a barrier, and there was no elevator at all. Then we have the torture room, which had the wrong parts, but it got fixed. The hangar had the wrong TIE fighter and was missing an entire floor piece. It also had a lot of yellowed parts. Downstairs in the service room, it really was really bad. It was missing a cannon, and the elevator was really not working properly. The main elevator was nowhere to be seen, so we had to get new parts for it. Now let me show you how we disassembled the Death Star. First, we tried putting the parts that we took off into organized containers so we wouldn't lose them. My dad helped restoring the Death Star, so shout out to him for being an amazing Star Wars fan and for helping me out on restoring the Death Star. floor by floor, so it looked really satisfying. So that you would see all of the floors go down. The top floor had a lot of parts turning yellow from the sun, so we had to replace them. The third floor was one of the dustiest I've seen, as there was dust everywhere. In the end, we only had two floors left, the basement level and second floor. And now we were finally done. Now let me show you how we organized the pieces. In the end, we had two big boxes and some other parts that we were gonna organize. But after that, we organized them into many more boxes so we would know where all of the parts were when we started building. Every type of brick was in its own container or own box with other types of bricks that looked alike. Unsurprisingly, it had a lot of flat bricks, so we piled them up so we wouldn't lose them and we would know where the exact part is. And now let me show you how we started building. We thought we would end up quickly, but in reality it took us way more time to actually finish the Death Star. We used online Lego manuals to actually know how to build the Death Star. The first couple of levels were a bit hard because some parts were missing, so we had to get them out of my organized Lego. Even without a lot of detail and on the first couple of levels, the Death Star looked really good because it wasn't dusty anymore. We luckily managed to find all of the parts that we needed for the huge jumping gap, and we managed to fix the small elevator problem. We were trying to build the artillery cannon, but we were missing some parts, so we had to order them. Let me show you what we ordered. Sadly, when we opened it, our artillery cannon parts hadn't arrived, so we still had to wait for it. But we did get the parts to build the main laser, so that was the start. At this point, we only had the top floor left, but let me show you what we did so far. The laser is still missing some parts, but we will get them in the future. We finished the supply room, which was really good, and the hangar we still had the Darth Vader's TIE to do. We almost finished the actual top floor, and we also got the parts for the laser, so that was really good. And yes, the artillery cannon did got finished since we did get the parts. I was really happy to see that the jail cell was finished. We are still missing some parts from the trash compactor, but that's fine since we will get them. The Emperor's throne room looks amazing, and the cannons are finished. So, now that you know how we got here, let me show you a bit about the Death Star. First, let's see at the super laser. First, you can move it from up here, which looks very nice, and then you can also move it sideways. Yep. You have some controls over there, and a little tube, which really adds detail, so that's cool. There's also some controls over here, and yeah, that's all for the lasers. Next, let's move to the jail cell. So, LEGO has made a really nice illusion, which looks really cool in my opinion. It has the computers where Han Solo was not happy about, and the prison where Leia was imprisoned in, where we all remember the little annoying droids. Next, let's move on to the battle scene. Now, here we have the battle between Palpatine, where we sadly saw Vader's death, and Palpatine with Wheel in there. It's really cool. There's actually a window over here, which is exactly like in the movie, and you can spin around the chair. And it has some buttons over there for Palpatine to press, and a little playability there, and Luke fell down. I don't think Vader liked the high ground. Next, let's go to the hangar, one of my favorites. You have a TIE Fighter here, which we sadly don't have the correct parts, as this is the wrong color, and we need to put a light gray color. But hopefully we can fix that in the near future. Now, let's go one level below, where we can see this repair station. There's also a working work elevator which can go up to the hangar to put parts up, and then they can go back down. So it's one of my favorite parts. LEGO didn't have to put this room in and the elevator in, but it's pretty cool, and yeah. It also has this little robot hand, which is really nice. It's quite a simple build, but really nice use of Technic pieces. Now let's go to the next room. Here we have an artillery cannon, which is really cool as you have two seats for two gunners and you can move this up and down. And guess what? This part actually shoots. And I'm gonna try and shoot it. Wow, that went far. Now, next, we have the trash compactor. I am missing some parts as I need some rubbish to go in there, but this does actually close and open. The door does open as well, and yeah, that's pretty much for the trash compactor. Then we have Obi-Wan disabling the shield generator. This is quite a simple build, really not something really amazing, but this is cool. If you pull that, that goes down, just like the shield generator. Now, next room. Now, this is one of my favorites as it's a huge gap, but it does have a lot of detail for a huge gap. So, let's say you're Leia and you jump over, touch the rope, and go over there. Really simple, but it's really nice. I really like the stickers on the side. Now, there is a store basement level, but there's something else. An elevator, which can go up to the next floor and to the top. Now let's go to the top floor, where you can spin it from here. And there you go. It took quite a bit of time to get up, but that's quite fast for going up the Death Star. Now we're at the top floor. This is quite simple and small, but let's actually see what's here. First, you have this torture room where you can put this stand up to, I guess, torture enemies, and a little table, and that fell. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on. Here we have one of the control room. So this is where you can control the laser. Cool. That's where you drive it, and this is a really nice piece from Lego. If you can see Alderaan over there about to be exploded, so you can pull it out and put Yavin 4. Really nice and simple design. Next, here we have the conference room. One of the most iconic scenes in Star Wars. You can pull that up for weapons, but I haven't put any yet. And swivel chairs. And now we have the last room, which is the cannons. So there is actually a little lever thing that you can pull down to move them around. And there's also these which you can use to take it up or down. Really, Lego didn't have to put that in, but I guess it's okay. Sadly, I haven't got the right color in this, and I need to replace that with a dark gray, but I will do in the future. And there's also a little hole for a mouse droid to go through and basically repair it. So that's pretty much. That's a short summary of the Lego Death Star. I really like this set, and I'm really happy that I finally got it. So, what do you guys think? Type down in the comments and let me know how you feel about it. Now, see you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe and like. See you on the next video. Bye!